it's me, Katie. Welcome back to Still the Spotlight. I'm sure we have all seen the discourse about how everything and nothing is trending all at once over the last few months, so I don't really think I need to get into the nitty-gritty of that, but I definitely agree to a certain extent. Actually, as much as I do agree with it, and as much as people want that to be the narrative about personal style moving forward, unfortunately, you're never gonna get away from the trends that are out, trends that I hate, and people just like shitting on certain styles. Like, it's just inevitable, and I've noticed especially that these kind of negativity seem to get more views, so sadly it's just not gonna stop. But I don't know what the point was. But on this channel we have always and will always encourage personal style, getting inspiration from things that bring you genuine happiness to hopefully brighten your day a little bit, and I guess also trying to find your confidence through what you wear. With that being said, because I actually don't know why that was my intro, but I'm doing a haul video pretty much. I don't usually do them because I don't do like big lump purchases, at least not for quite a few years. I kind of like reined the retail therapy in quite significantly, but this is kind of stuff that I've picked up thrifted and a few new items as well over the last 6 months or so. So if you follow me on TikTok, you may have seen some of the stuff already. For example, this cutie little top I've got on, but yeah, just let's get into it. Can you tell I haven't filmed a video in quite some time? Yeah, I'm sorry. First off, probably one of the biggest trends for the entirety of 2022 were the longer length skirts in general, but specifically in denim. I will admit I was kind of late to the trend. I think just because I was being overly picky with the silhouette that I wanted, which I think is a good thing, because when it comes to the more fast fashion trends, you don't want to just jump into it. You need to have patience and make sure it's a piece that you do really love. That way you're more likely to keep wearing it beyond the trend. So for me, that meant finding something that had a little bit more shape, that tapered out towards the bottom rather than just this straight up and down. I find them kind of restrictive to move in. Also the fact that it doesn't have the standard button and fly that you see on most denim pieces, which I think gives it more of an early to mid 2000s vibe. It's giving very Bratz Express It collection, especially with this shade of denim. And something I have actually styled with that skirt is this little cropped zip up star hoodie. Stars again is going on the ultimate bingo board of 2022 trends. I really liked this piece in particular though for its relaxed fit, and although it is a knit, it is quite lightweight and breezy. So yes, I have been wearing this in December in Brisbane, which is somewhat insane, but one thing about me is I am not gonna let the summer season stop me from putting together a good outfit. I will just go somewhere where it's gonna be air conditioned. Speaking of summer, yes, I am from Australia, so to all of my fellow Southern Hemisphere babes, this is what I am going to be living in. Ever since I bought it like 2 weeks ago now, I kid you not, every single time I have left the house, I've been wearing it. So yeah, expect to see this in heavy rotation. It's just a really basic black skirt, but that's the beauty of it. It can go with virtually anything. Will definitely be featuring in my acubi capsule wardrobe as well. The other kind of direction my summer styling has been going in so far, I guess, falls under the umbrella of fairyore, which obviously was much more popular back in peak quarantine COVID time, but I don't know if it's just like the lighter hair color. I've really been embracing dressing ultra femme, and I picked up a couple of things when I went to the Fashion Thrift Society. If you guys are in Australia, you should totally check them out, because they're kind of like a traveling market around the capital cities, and you can find some really cool stuff. Do be warned though, it is a very overwhelming experience. Unfortunately, I didn't get to look through as much as I would have wanted, but I did manage to pick up a couple of very, very pretty, dainty little dresses and tops. This one I actually wore the other day and legit felt like a fairy princess. I am now convinced I miss my calling to be like a kids entertainer on TV dressed as a fairy every day. Like, come on, it would suit me. The other one I got from the same seller, actually, I wish I had taken note of who it was, because they probably have a Depop as well, but like I said, it was just, there was a lot going on. But this one I think I actually prefer. It has the button down detail, which just opens up so many more options styling wise. It has absolutely no tag in it, but it reminded me of something you'd see from a J fashion brand. Like, you could see this in Fruits magazine in more of like the Maury girl sort of styles. And actually this item as well would be a great little layering piece for that particular aesthetic. It is this little knit that has a gorgeous ruffle sort of neckline to it. I got it at the op shop mainly because it reminded me of something that you would see Hachi in, and I just have like a couple of style icons in the back of my brain at all times. So if I see something that I think they would wear, it's instantly a consideration. I think that's pretty normal though, to have particular references that just live in your mind rent-free constantly. I would love to hear from you guys who your style icons are at the moment. It would be good to do another video like that, dressing like your style icons. Okay, this is actually a really good example of just a reference that has been living rent-free inside my head. Like, if I hold up this cycling shirt, if you're a K-pop stan, I think you know where my brain is headed. Yeah, that one TXT stage, but let me take you back even further and raise you back in the PAQ days. I am sure that it was Danny who styled a cycling shirt, and I was like, damn, that's actually kind of cool. I don't know how many years ago that must have been, but ever since, every time I am at the thrift store, I am on the lookout for a cycling shirt that's calling my name. And there always are some, but never has there been one that was just right until I found this little beauty. I really liked the color combo, and also the fact that it was like Coca-Cola, Powerade. It just felt a little bit more intentional and I guess streamlined with just the two big sponsors rather than the ones that have like all the little ones scattered all over the place. But if neither of those references mean anything to you, I have been seeing these become more trendy, especially the Happy 99 one I've seen pop up a lot, but just like sporty tops in general have been everywhere. As we all know, I love to accessorize. Actually, this heart pendant I picked up recently from the thrift store. These have been really popular, so I was excited to see it. I've actually found a few cool jewelry pieces. I'm really selective with what I do pick up though, because the prices are insane. This one was $10. I mean, I guess I'm the insane one in the end because I still purchased it, but you know, I think I get my cost per wear out of them still. The point I actually wanted to make was legwear accessories. You guys have probably seen these damn socks in every video since I bought them. I'm so obsessed to the point where a couple of months ago, I actually had a dream, a nightmare more like it, where someone broke into my house and stole like majority of my wardrobe and just threw the last few things around, and all I was concerned about, I dropped to the floor and was like, tell me they didn't take the socks. Which, girl, are you okay? The socks? Really? That's what we're worried about? But to me, that was a sign that if I don't get a backup pair of these, there is a breakdown in my near future. So I picked up another white pair and also got them in black and like a blue brown pattern too. And also, you know, just for good measure, I threw in one of their leg warmers as well. On the more affordable side of things, I got these adorable tights from a new op shop that just opened up near me. They even had 25% off for the opening, which I thought was really cool because we don't often have like store-wide discounts like that here. It's more so like certain ticketed items. I am very much one of the girlies who is embracing the bow trend, so I thought this would be a really cute addition to a look. And along those same lines, I also thrifted this skirt. It didn't originally come with the bows, but it's such a simple, quick, easy DIY. All you need to do is just hand sew it. So if there's a plain skirt in your wardrobe that you're thinking about getting rid of, maybe try doing this just to spice it up a little bit and give it some new life. Customization in general, I think, is going to continue to be a really big trend into 2023. Obviously ties in with sustainability. So recently I thrifted this plain red long sleeve and made this little Nana merch shirt because I see so many cute ones on TikTok, but again, by the time I do the currency conversion, I'm literally paying an arm and a leg. So I thought I'll just try it myself. And you know what? It's not perfect, but I feel like because Nana Osaki has that kind of punk aesthetic, it's okay for it to look a little bit messy, you know what I'm saying? Also, I'm sorry because I know this video has been so chatty. I think it's just because I haven't sat down and spoken to you for so long that it's ended up being word vomit. But if you guys prefer like quick short form content, again, check out my TikTok because I'm doing like little hauls bit by bit over there. But let me do a quick fire round of a couple of things that I picked up. I'm not actually going to style them in today's video because I have them in mind for a potential dressing like an Ayazawa character video. Let me know if you would be interested. I know my Nana one was pretty popular, but just like Ayazawa in general, there is so much style inspiration there. So the first thing I got is this Alana Hill little lace skirt. This one you would have actually already seen in my Gilmore Girls video, which is kind of weird. Ayazawa and Gilmore Girls having an item that crosses over, but trust me, okay? There is a vision for Paradise Kiss here. The details on this jacket, need I say more? I also got a couple more vibrant pieces for the Gokenjo. Oh man, I hate pronouncing this. I always just end up calling it Neighborhood Story, but you guys see the vibe, right? The more vibrant 60s inspired reference. Actually, I'd love to do a whole video on the styling in the more old school shoujo manga because there's so much good inspo there. I actually recently finally read Mars, thanks to Colleen for the final push to do so, and as soon as I saw this panel, literally the next day I was wearing my hair like this. So maybe let me know which video you'd prefer to see first. I picked up 2 pairs of shoes, one new, one thrifted. I'm gonna start with the new because in my opinion they are less questionable. They are from the Charles and Keith Itsy collaboration, and I'm so happy I finally have these because I actually had to go on the waiting list. I missed them the first time around, but couldn't stop thinking about them. For the most part, I live in something like this. I blame growing up with Bratz dolls, but these ones in particular kind of made me feel like a cute little robot girl. I am very much tempted to go back and get their colored platform loafer as well, but I am trying to have some self-restraint. I just want to say I am well aware I have been influenced when it comes to this next pair of shoes because my For You page has just been filled with people unboxing their Kiko Hysteric Asics collab shoe, and I have fallen in love, which is very unlike me because I'm not really like a sneakers flats sort of person or just like sporty looking footwear in general, but there's something about them that I find charming. And then I found these at the thrift store and I was like, it's kind of ugly, but it's also kind of very much exactly the vibe. Honestly, I don't know how much wear I'm gonna get out of them, but obviously a lot more willing to give it a go when it's at this sort of price point rather than paying for the original. My main issue with them is that they are so damn flat. Like if they had just given me a little something in the heel, I think we could have got on, but we'll see. I don't know if I know how to style flats, okay? I've been into the vintage nightgowns for literally years and years at this point. So when I saw people starting to style bloomers last year, instantly it was a yes from me, but it has taken me this long to actually find a pair. Everyone would always be like, oh yeah, they're so easy to pick up, secondhand, vintage, thrifted. Where? No. Not here. So I actually did end up having to pick them up new from more of like a Lolita sort of brand. I got them through Devil Inspired and they do kind of look like a giant nappy. I will give you that, but you should have seen them before because when they arrived, they were literally knee length. So I had to take them up. Personally, I still really like them. I think I prefer that it has more volume than the authentic vintagey sort of ones because I think I could have more of a struggle styling those. Whereas with these, I can kind of just treat them like they're a skirt. These I would consider somewhat bloomer adjacent, and they also kind of remind me of the shorts from Shushu Tong as well. I actually think I prefer this pleated sort of style though on me. They are from the brand Lip Hop, but I got them through Yes Style. I don't think Jenny Kim has actually worn something similar, but they just reminded me of something that she would be able to pull off. I guess she has worn a lot of like micro shorts throughout the tour. Maybe I should style these two together because this is also giving me a very Jenny Kim for Chanel vibes as well. You find a lot of these styles at the thrift stores here because they are a little bit grandma-ish, I guess, as well, but I really liked this one. I thought the fit on it was just perfect. It's very much been the return of the moto jacket this year, and I instantly fell in love with the shade of this one, almost like bluish gray, and just really cool detailing with how the zip flares out and goes around the back as well. I did kind of stuff up with the sizing this time though. I got it in a large thinking I wanted it a little bit oversized, but totally could have just stuck with the medium. Originally I thought it would work really well for an 80s inspired outfit. It very much fits in with their aesthetic, but now that I've got it on, I feel like the only thing I've taken inspiration from is Sun's broad shoulders. She's still cute though, okay? In a lot of trend content, I've seen people talking about the like quilted military liners, which I was kind of surprised by because I feel like they have been popular for many years now and I don't see them as going in or out of style, which the same can be said for pretty much any outerwear really, unless it reaches really high peaks where then yes, it is kind of bound to drift down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Jeans and outerwear specifically, I just don't understand it being trendy or not trendy, but I digress. I actually ended up getting this, which I know isn't like a military liner, but it kind of has the same quilted effect, but definitely suits my personal style a little bit more with this fun pop of color. I mean, obviously we've only just started summer, so this is looking ahead a little bit, but I think once autumn rolls around, I will get a lot of wear out of it. And jackets at the op shop this time of year are always like 50% off, so I just can't help myself. I have definitely chewed your ear off for long enough, but thank you for chatting with me. It felt good. I'd love to hear from you on what your favorite pickup was, and also just like what are your top inspos at the moment. Hopefully I will see you really, really soon, or over on Instagram, TikTok. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. Bye.